The third edition of the UIA Friendly and Inclusive Spaces Awards attracted 91 entries from 35 countries across all UIA regions. Despite widely varying economic, political, social and cultural contexts, the submissions demonstrated how sensitive architectural design and collaborative processes can create inclusive, friendly and enabling environments. 5 juries from each UIA region assessed the entries, which were submitted in 4 categories: new buildings, existing and historic buildings, public and open spaces, and research. Entries in the built categories were judged on whether the quality of the architecture was friendly and inclusive in its form, use of materials, colour and light, whether it took account of human diversity and facilitated mobility, orientation and ease of understanding. The research category was judged on whether the work contributed to an understanding of user-centred design and if it could be applied widely to create friendly and inclusive places. The final jury commended the quality of the projects, which sensitively and sustainably respected their environments and where the diversity of human needs was seamlessly accommodated, allowing people of all cultures, genders and abilities to participate fully without exclusion. The Medal of Excellence in the New Buildings category is awarded to Wits Rural Facility, designed by Kate Otten Architects. Situated on the borders of Kruger National Park, this rural university campus is carefully inserted into an ecologically sensitive site to provide an alternative teaching platform for research into indigenous fauna and flora, conservation, healthcare and education for rural communities. Researchers gain experience working with local communities who in turn become participants in developing the programs. New buildings are linked by fully accessible covered walkways which effortlessly accommodate the existing trees and sloping terrain, creating a variety of intimate courtyards and gathering places. Each of the accommodation blocks has a fully integrated wheelchair-accessible bedroom, enabling equal access to this unique learning environment. Through skillful use of scale, colour and local materials, the buildings respectfully recede into the natural landscape. Inherent to this project is an underlying respect for both people and the environment. What results is a symbiotic and universal relationship between the architectural spaces created and the natural world into which they insert themselves. Kai Oi School in Hong Kong is for children with special needs. It has been successfully integrated into a hostile environment, creating a small oasis of tranquility. The simple planning and clear relationship to the courtyard facilitates orientation and intuitive wayfinding. Number 26 York Street, a large and complex medical school on an urban site in Dublin, has addressed many inclusive design issues. The shared central areas are bright and welcoming, with numerous places for social interaction. Linden Farm is a supported living environment for 10 young people with neurodiverse conditions. The use of colour and natural materials sensitively creates a nurturing, person-centred and calm environment, while the simple building typologies reflect their rural setting. The Medal of Excellence in the Existing and Historic Buildings category is awarded to the Museum of Warsaw, designed by architects Eva and Jerzy Wojak. The museum is located in a terrace of 11 houses, part of the northern wall of the old town of Warsaw, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The buildings date from the early 1600s, each with different floor levels and the remnants of medieval walls. Following their destruction during the Second World War, the houses were rebuilt as a museum, but badly needed preservation, digitalisation and modernisation, including making them as accessible as possible. Major conservation works have been undertaken, as well as restoration of fabric and installation of services. Despite the complexity of the spaces, 5 exhibition levels are now accessible to visitors with mobility difficulties. In addition, there are tactile plans of the museum with descriptions of exhibits in both enlarged font and in Braille. The reading room has a dedicated reader for visually impaired visitors. Tablets are available with tours in Polish Sign Language, and pre-visit guides and brochures are available for visitors with learning disabilities as well as for those on the autism spectrum. The Medal of Excellence in the Public and Open Spaces category is awarded to Bamboo Playscape, collaboratively designed by Kazi Arifin of Para, together with students, volunteers and former street children of Lido Peace Home in Dhaka. Bamboo Playscape is an urban play space for people of all abilities in a dense megacity of over 21 million people with few inclusive places to play. The project is the outcome of an architecture and design course where students work with communities to resolve spatial design challenges, learn about access to land, materials, space making, environment, and the ethics and politics related to creating socially just spaces. Here, the students worked with the Lido children to formulate the brief, which was then turned into a student competition. The winning designs were selected by the children and the technical detail was developed by the students. The winning design was built collaboratively with a team of bamboo artisans. The space is multifunctional and accommodates all types of play, exhibitions, performances, workshops, concerts, and it serves as a community space for people of all ages. It is a truly joyful place of exceptional quality and an excellent example of sustainable development. The main objective at Moonstead limestone pits was to make them physically accessible, so everyone can experience the landscape, its history and past activities. This has been sensitively achieved by touching the earth as little as possible, but as much as necessary. Through the redesign of this urban square in Barcelona, 2 segregated neighbourhoods are linked and the resulting amenities shared. Clever handling of the topography has broken down barriers and allowed for the creation of spaces for social engagement by people of all ages. The winner of the research category is the Architectural Services Department, Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, for its project, Support Aging Through Design. The population of Hong Kong, like many cities in the world, is aging rapidly. The aim of this research is to enable older people remain active and lead fulfilling lives in the community. Comprehensive desktop research was first carried out, building types studied, and different strategies analysed, whilst engaging all stakeholders in order to fully understand the needs of older people. Overarching principles around safety, support, cognition and well-being were developed. The outcome is a set of very easy-to-use guidelines which promote age-friendly cities, lifelong learning and the active engagement of older people in the life of the city. The jury commended this research from Macau, which uses a travel chain analysis to develop universal design guidelines. The methodology included extensive consultation and user participation. This research helps to fill a gap in design knowledge around issues relating to universal washrooms and change rooms and their provision in community and recreation facilities. It goes beyond the gender-generated concept, using friendly design strategies that promote inclusivity for a wide variety of users. The UIA and the Architecture for All work programme would like to congratulate all the winners of this year's Friendly and Inclusive Spaces Awards. The awards provide a unique opportunity to present inclusive, friendly and accessible projects of high architectural quality from around the world. Each of these projects has positively impacted on people's lives, often the lives of the most vulnerable. We would especially like to thank the 28 jury members who gave so generously of their time to assess the entries. We welcome you all to enter the next edition of the awards, which will open for entries in July 2022 and will be showcased at the UIA Congress in Copenhagen in 2023. To view this year's shortlisted award entries, go to the Friendly and Inclusive Spaces Gallery at the UIA website.